Hey everyone, welcome to Backcountry Forward. Today I'm hiking up Sarrail Ridge and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you take on this adventure. Come along to see Rawson Lake, Sarai Falls, and beyond up to the ridge. Come along for the journey. Well, before we get started, to make sure you don't miss any of our trail videos, product reviews, or the different things we have going on here at Backcountry Forward, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. From the Upper Kananaskis Lake's parking lot, you'll follow the trail and start the trail right beside the outhouse and to the right of the sign. So the trail up to Sarrail Ridge starts on a trail actually called the Rawson Lake Interpretive Trail, and it skirts the Upper Kananaskis Lake for a while, offering awesome views of the lake itself and the beautiful mountain vistas that surround it, and leads to Sarai Creek and Sarai Falls. That will be the first of our destination. Falls are a worthy destination even in and of themselves. It's just a short hike from the parking lot and offers a beautiful view. There's a bridge that crosses over them and continues the trail to our destination, which is a hidden path, and I'll show it to you just beyond the bridge. One day I'll tell you guys the stories about how I was here, literally here, when this all happened. So the trail continues past the waterfall, just along this clearly marked trail. However, if you have some time and want to do some exploring at Sarai Falls, there are two little trails that go up either the left or the right hand side. Both offer a little bit of a few minutes of exploring. I've done them a number of times. They're always tons of fun. Just gives you a little bit of a different perspective and a few more falls just a little bit ways up. But for today's trip, I gotta keep moving forward. First thing I wanted to show you and tell you that you needed to know about this trail, I guess, has been solved. In years past, this trail wasn't as clearly marked. There was a marking on a tree, and that was about it. Now that's been fixed. It's been turned into an interpretive trail with a number of different signs along the path, and therefore it's very easy to find. So the first thing you need to know is you'll be able to find the trail to Rawson Lake much easier than I used to be able to. The next thing I want to say goes for this hike and every other hike. I was just reminded of this by an elderly gentleman passing by me coming down from the lake who said, "That pace is sure going to change." I had just finished stretching and I was feeling good and I was just overexerting myself, and I thought he's right. And it's worth saying here, pace yourself. The elevation gain from the parking lot to the Rawson Lake is about 400 or 500 meters, and it goes another 500 or 600 meters to Sarai Ridge. And many experienced hikers make the same mistake. They overexert themselves at the beginning, and they'll feel fatigued in their muscles, in their respiratory system, and just even in their own mind as they get more and more fatigued. So pace yourself, enjoy the scenery, take some stops, drink lots of water, and have some snacks along the way. So that's what I'm gonna do right here, right now. So you might be wondering why they have these cut logs here, and this is the next thing you need to know. The mountains and the weather and climate in the mountains is not the same as it is in the prairies. So a lot of people think, wow, it's June, beautiful, sunny, you're getting 25 degrees in Edmonton and Calgary, let's go up to Rawson Lake. I did that this year, and actually I didn't, I was going to do that this year, talked to park rangers, and was told the lake's still frozen. That was at the end of June. So a lot of people come up here end of June, early July, and there's still actually a lot of snow, ice on the path, and these boardwalks just make it that much easier on the way up, because sometimes the lake's partially frozen, and it's still a beautiful view, even in the dead of winter. But generally speaking, winter ends in the mountains at the end of June. And here we are, coming up to Rawson Lake. A few things to know about Rawson Lake. While this trail is a beautiful hike year-long, it is wisest to come mid-July to later, because that way you'll have a guaranteed frozen lake. Another thing to know is that you actually can come fishing up here. If you bring your tackle up, you can fish between mid-July and October for some beautiful fishing. It's well stocked and there's some great fishing, so I'm told. I've never done it myself. The trail to the ridge beyond this point, Rawson Lake to Sarai Ridge, is actually very clear from this point. You can't see the trail, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like. You go around the lake and up hill to the ridge, and then you get a look, beautiful views of the lake itself and of the Upper Kananaskis Lake.